When I was a kid here in the Flinders, we used to eat a lot of lamb. We used to have like lamb every dinner, you know, sometimes roast, sometimes lamb chops, but always lamb. And then at lunchtime, we'd usually have cold lamb chops or cold lamb roast. And at breakfast, we'd have, you know, normal stuff like lamb pops or lamb flakes. It was always lamb. We lived on lamb. We lived on lamb to the point where we used to call it woolly pig, just so it sounded different, even though it still tasted like old lamb. So you know what I'm going to cook tonight? Lamb. Okay, starts out with extra virgin olive oil, which when I was a kid we would have called lard, and it would have come in a tin and it would have been the scrapings from yesterday's dinner, which is probably why it always tasted the same. But now we have extra virgin olive oil. First thing I'm going to do is add a whole lot of salt. Why salt? Because you can't go wrong with salt and meat. You just can't. I learnt that from watching Jamie Oliver on the telly, because he knows how to cook, that kid. This is rosemary. Now, the only rosemary I knew when I was a kid was one of the Arunta ladies who used to work in the house. We had two of them, Rosemary and Fanny, and they were lovely. They used to laugh at almost anything. They loved life. They used to really thrive on life. It's a wonderful thing. Okay, this, of course, is something that we'd never heard of, except for in Bram Stoker's vampire books, garlic. So far we've got salt, rosemary and garlic. Giving it a real good rub. See, this is beautiful lamb. This is, you know, your good, honest Aussie lamb from the butcher's shop. It's the perfect thing. It's not the old mutton that we used to have as kids, but by crikey, it's going to taste so much better. So what we need to do now is start at this time of day, so I've got a good 2 or 3 hours, and I'll get the meat in there, and I'll just be turning this pot on the edge of the fire, really using the heat of the fire rather than the coals to get the meat started, to get a better temperature into the pot. Now there's one more thing I want to do to this. Holy dolly, everything's gonna have garlic, rosemary and salt on it. How good's that? Don't worry, I employ several people to clean up after me. Except right now they're holding cameras, aren't they? Whack in 1 big piece of lamb, 2 big bits of lamb, slop on the rest of that. Now there's one last thing I'm going to do, apart from flicking this stuff everywhere. Oh, sorry about that. Never mind, Gav, you'll be right. And that's give this a little squirt of red wine. Why is that? Just because it's going to give it a nice little infusion, steamy flavour. You wait and see, it'll be great. Okay, there we go. How easy was that, eh? The hard part now is keeping the heat up to it. That's going to require copious amounts of beer. Sorry, firewood. Here we go. Hey, Gleno, you got the shovel?
I do. I have a spade.
That'll do me.
What are you cooking me?
Mate, I'm cooking up the old Flinders special. Lamb, except this is the new version. 40 years of culture later.
My favourite.
Yep, I reckon that'll be all right.
Medium rare, thanks.
Medium rare?
Yep.
Yeah, well, how about how as she comes?
Oh, no, medium rare.
Medium rare? All right. Oh, there's our first lump of roast.
We're standing around, waiting for it, and next thing there's smoke billowing out of the pot. John assures us that that's just starting the outside of the meat cooking process. I think he made a mistake myself, but it's still come out pretty good.
This is the one I managed to glue to the bottom of the pot.
Oh, got a shank on it.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
She's got the shank on. She's a bit black. That's how I like it. All that rosemary, garlic, salt and lamb. Ooh, that's my carrot there. See that black one? That's the one I want. You know what? It's really, really simple. It's possibly the world's simplest meal. Something cooked in an iron pot. I hate to say it because I did it, but gee, it tastes good.
Mate, that's nice. That's very good. Tender. It's got the smokiness of the fire in there.
It
Beautiful.
has. Mm.
Very
You saw
good.
it catch fire then, did you?
Yeah.